Well, good morning, everyone. And I'm Councilmember John Lee, council member of the 12th District here in the city of Los Angeles. And I want to first thank you for all being here and also thank the organizers for inviting me here. I think whoever put this together knew how important donating blood was to me and to my family. We have, it's almost a rite of passage in my family. I'm very proud to say that my daughter, who is only 17 years old, has already been giving blood for a year now, because it's something that we should be teaching. And I think is a great thing about this event. What we're bringing forth today, the annual Battle of the Badges, which is a great friendly competition between law enforcement and first responders to once a year to bring some much needed attention to blood donation and to actually get people to donate blood. It's one of the sort of, I don't know if you call it, it's not a fundraiser, but one of the biggest events for the Red Cross every year. And I'm so happy that we are always doing it and making sure that we're keeping a spotlight that by donating blood is the easiest way for anyone to save a life. It's the easiest way for you to give back to your community, and it's something that I hope that this annual event brings attention to, and I'm very, very happy to be a part of it. Let's see. As I said, this is one of the most successful law enforcement blood drives that we have in Red Cross. And I just want to say that looking forward to another friendly year of competition. And it's my pleasure to be able to introduce our next speaker, the CEO for Red Cross of the Los Angeles region, Joanne Nowlin. I appreciate that, Joanne Nowlin. Joanne.
Thank you, Council Member. So I also come to you today as a grateful recipient. While I was on vacation several years ago, I was in a very serious accident, and I needed blood transfusions. And thanks to blood donors across the country, the blood was available. So this is a personal mission for me. At Red Cross every day, I see volunteers jump into action, whether it's going to a home fire, whether it's serving our members of the military, their families, whether it's, I think this week we're all reminded the importance of being trained in CPR and first aid. But all of this is about alleviating suffering. And the Red Cross is the largest collector of blood in the country. And right now, January is National Blood Donor Donation Month. And this is a critical time for us because this is a very difficult time and challenging time across the country to collect blood because of winter storms, illnesses. And LA is often looked to provide the blood, not only for our community, but around the country. The Battle of the Badge is an exciting opportunity. I am so grateful to our partners, the city, the county, not only in helping us with blood drives, but in all that we do for the Red Cross to help our community. So I am very honored to introduce my colleague who oversees the blood collection right here in LA County, Mr. Jay Winkenbach.
Thank you, Joanne. Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for your support and for being here. It's really an important time for us to increase blood collections, and this Battle of the Badges campaign, I'm going to give you a little brief history on it. The Battle of the Badges campaign started in 2007 here in Los Angeles, and it was started by Mahogany Thomas. She works for the probation office. So we always want to acknowledge and thank Mahogany. She had a passion about ensuring that we had always a stable blood supply. And she was going to department and to station, talking about the need to host blood drives, and that's how this all began. And we really want to share our thanks to Mahogany and the probation office. This blood drive campaign has been so successful locally since 2007 that it was adopted by all Red Cross regions across the country. Today, the program has grown and continues to be the largest and most successful first responder blood drive campaign in the country here in Los Angeles. So we're really proud of the local efforts and the community work and involvement in making this campaign a success. Every day, badge-carrying personnel inspire their communities by putting their lives on the line to protect and serve. By participating in this initiative, you have showcased yet another aspect of heroism by your unwavering commitment to community service. The campaign kicks off today and runs through March 31st. We currently have approximately 80 blood drives that are scheduled from now through March, and that equates to a goal of collecting 3,000 pints of life-saving blood. So it's an important campaign, an important initiative. We have an aggressive goal, but an important goal for us to hit. While this initiative is themed and geared specifically toward the law enforcement and fire department communities, many of the Battle of the Badge blood drives are open to the public. Eligible blood donors can schedule an appointment by going to redcrossblood.org and enter the sponsor keyword, which is BOB23. And to make an appointment, or you can call 1-800-RED CROSS. So we would love the public's involvement as well. If it's open to the public, get out to one of our stations or blood drives and contribute to this overall goal and objective. You know, one of the wonderful things about Los Angeles and Southern California in our law enforcement, fire, and first responder community is that when we have a need to boost the blood supply, our communities step up. We've had a lot of success with blood appeals in this area, in our county in Los Angeles, and the support is just phenomenal. So this year, the LA Police Chief Moore is leading the campaign as our executive chairperson, and we are so appreciative of his leadership and support of the Red Cross through the years, and appreciate that very much. It's a privilege for me to introduce to you Chief Moore. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jay. I want to thank Councilmember John Lee with your schedule and calendars and challenges. Appreciate you being here, your leadership as a council member, and your leadership as also teaching your family to pay it forward, and for young people to learn the critical importance of what blood donors offer in the sense of saving lives. Joanne, you and Jay both were extremely proud to partner with the Red Cross. As I look across this country and we look at just in the last 2 weeks, the number of disasters, the number of tragedies that are out there, and forego traffic accidents and day-to-day instances of victims of shooting violence and so forth. But think about the earthquakes that we've seen, the cold surge, the polar surge, and the victims and the numbers and the cause for people to rush to those first responders. Here in LA County, I want to thank Sheriff Luna for his leadership, for being here today and being a partner, as well as Chief Fairfield, as his leadership as the president of LA County Police Chiefs Association. Every law enforcement agency in LA County gets it because we go out each day and we see the tragedies that befall people, innocent individuals that are going about their day, and suddenly now they're one of the Americans that each day, every 2 seconds, becomes an individual in need of blood or blood platelets. What that means is every day 29,000 units of blood are needed to support such victims. Such individuals that, again, going about their way of life, suddenly find themselves in a life-threatening circumstances. And but for the presence of blood supplies, we could lose them. So the Battle of the Badges, again, has not just been an LAPD function or LA Sheriff's. It's been every law enforcement agency in this county. And I'm proud to be an executive leader this year to chair that privilege. I also want to thank Chief Crawley and her men and women, as well as every firefighter and every other first responder. Those men and women that work in our emergency rooms, our men and women that are urgent cares, our paramedics. These all, as a group of first responders, have been participants in this effort, and over the period of time have raised or given more than 50,000 units of blood since 2007. So this year, we're up for it again. And it is a Battle of the Badges, but it's a friendly one. And it's one that we look forward to being alongside Chief Crawley and other law enforcement leaders as we donate our own pints, if you will, but also encourage our people to step forward. Now, the reality is, as the 80-plus assignments of blood donors have already been set up, those locations, our men and women are ready to roll up their sleeves. And I look forward to us getting into it the next 3 months and filling that desperate need for this critical life-saving blood that is needed. And lastly, this year is particularly important, not just because we have an ambitious goal, but because we do partner in our communities. And many times we know members within Los Angeles that are looking in 10 million people in LA County, how can I make a difference? This is a way. And we welcome them at our sites where LAPD and sheriffs and fire department are sponsoring blood donoring sites as sites that you come and partner with us. Have an opportunity also while you're there to get to have chit chat, to have some remarks and conversations with a police officer who works in your area or a firefighter. And I think it's an opportunity both to learn more about what we're striving to do to provide for your safety, but also partner with you as you're a partner of the safety of Los Angeles. At this point, I'm proud to introduce my partner, and that is Sheriff Robert Luna, in the law enforcement efforts of keeping Los Angeles safe. Sheriff Luna.
Thank you, Mike, or Chief Moore, as you're better known. We're very fortunate to have a leader, a law enforcement leader here in Los Angeles like Michael Moore, and you see why. Not only is he a great leader from a law enforcement perspective, but he's up here leading this cause, and I'm very proud to be standing by him and all the other law enforcement or first responder partners that you see in and around me. On behalf of the men and women from the LA County Sheriff's Department, we accept the challenge to not only get in here and hopefully compete the best we can, but to challenge all of our community members to come out and give blood. The examples have been given up here, but it can be any given day where, unfortunately, a family member of yours may need this blood. And just as an example, in the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, where we've had some of our employees serving our community who have been impacted, shot on duty, and all of a sudden they're fighting for their lives in our local trauma centers. And we had a young deputy several years ago that needed 160 pints of blood just to survive. And it was those pints of blood that allowed him to come back to us. Just like any of you. On any given day, we're driving into work. I don't know about any of you, but even on the way to work, from a distance, you can see collisions that occurred. Any family member could be involved in any incident like that. And even in the green room before coming in here, we were all talking about how prepared we are for the floods that may occur. Hopefully they don't occur, but we've got to be ready as first responders. And blood may be necessary there. So please come out, give blood. It is a way to serve your community, as previous speakers had stated. And I appreciate everybody here covering this story because it is very critical. And now I have the absolute pleasure of introducing the LA City Fire Chief, Christian Crowley.
Well, good morning, everybody. And it's such a true honor to be here. Just to reflect back on everybody behind me, it takes a village, as we know. And as first responders, we were reminded each and every day of how critical it is to participate in events like this. Every single day, that need for blood is there. So as first responders, it's our duty to serve, and we are always looking for opportunities to go above and beyond. And I think our members, first responders, EMS, fire, law enforcement, demonstrate that each and every day. So when it comes to the battle of the badges, we are up for this battle. We are up for the challenge. It's a friendly challenge, as we're reminded. I think the LAFD is going to win. You can put me on record. I'm putting us out there. But again, we're looking for opportunities to serve. And also from our communities out there that we serve, this is an opportunity, incredible opportunity for everybody to step up and serve others in need. So please donate, come out for this event, and even after the event. It's so important that we continue to push and strive to serve others before self. So good luck to our other first responders. I'm going to be first in line with Chief Moore, and we'll see who can give more blood. I think I can. But again, it's an honor and a privilege to serve the community in the city of LA, and I wish you all luck. So with that, I'm going to be introducing the incoming president of Los Angeles County Police Chiefs Association and current chief of the Bell Gardens Police Department, Scott Fairfield.
Thank you very much. First of all, thank you to the Red Cross for all the work you do. Thank you to the men and women behind me that do such a great job in giving back to their communities, not only with the service that they provide, but with the care that they give to the community members in which they serve. I'm not going to repeat a bunch of stuff that was already said up here. I think we all understand the cause. We all understand the need. We all understand that it doesn't cost a dime to give blood, and it's a way to give back to your community. We also understand that there's many individuals that can't give blood, but there's ways they can get involved. They can plan blood drives. They can work for partners as they go and donate. They can volunteer at the locations. There's a lot to do in putting these on. In the city of Bell Gardens, our Battle of the Badge blood drive is going on as we speak. I'm hoping to plug and get some of you folks that have nothing to do today to head over to Bell Gardens and get your blood drawn. With that said, I would like to challenge all LA County police chiefs and their organizations to get out and give blood. If not today, then sometime in the near future, and to continue throughout the year. You can give multiple times in a year, and I think it's important that we continue to give. I'd also like to challenge some of our federal partners, the FBI, the DEA, some of those who work locally in this county, to step up and to come out and to donate at our locations and help the cause if you're not having your own drives. And lastly, I'd just like to say that I'm hoping other counties, Orange County, Riverside County, and some of our other partners in the other counties are doing the same thing. I'm sure they are, and thank you for their efforts. And to the Riverside Sheriff's Department and to the deputy's family, I want you all to know that our hearts are with you, and we're thinking about you even as we're here today. So thank you very much. Please go out and give blood. Please go out and partner with the Red Cross. They are great partners to law enforcement and to first responders in general, and thank you to all of you up here. Appreciate you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Okay, I think that was the last of our speakers. We had 7 in front of you, so you've got kind of an array of representatives. Any questions from the media that we can answer regarding our blood drive?
What was the actual amount donated last year, or was it held last year?
No, it was held. I'll let the Red Cross answer that. I know it was. We did have a blood drive.
It was limited. We had about 2,500 units collected with
We're going to inspect the mic that way. So the question for the others was last year's Battle of the Badges, recognizing COVID and some of the restrictions. What was the program held, and what was the production of a number of units provided?
Yeah, with the pandemic, as the chief said, we collected about 2,500 units. So we're stretching that goal, and we hope every year that we can increase that each time.
Is there any kind of blood in particular you are looking for? Are you looking for rare?
Yeah, that's a good question. And all blood types are needed. The O negative is the universal blood type. So O negative blood is always extremely important as well. And that's the one blood type that we are a little bit minimal inventory across the country right now.
Are you ever running into any rare blood types where you get it all of a sudden you look, you wave somebody over and says, I don't care, get this guy for 2
We always have a need for rare blood types as well, and we're always doing case workups to ensure that we're matching that patient for that need, and so that's a very good point, yeah.
One thing also on the idea of who actually gets this blood, I mean, and how much does 1 pint of blood mean as far as being able to help people, how
Yeah.
to split it, if you would.
Yeah. 1 unit of blood is collected, and then the Red Cross, we fractionate that unit into components. So we're producing plasma and platelets, something called cryoprecipitate. So 1 donation can actually save up to 3 lives.
Okay, thank you very much. And again, appreciate every member of the media for being here and bringing coverage to this important campaign. God bless.